other NBA owners force Donald Sterling to sell his franchise?
So there is language in the league constitution that, as I understand it, would allow the league to effectively kick out an owner, but it's very limiting language that, as far as I understand it, would probably not apply to a situation where an owner made reprehensible comments. That the language is really about an owner who's run into financial woes and can't make payroll and other financial issues like that, not an owner who is very embarrassing but clearly has the financial wherewithal to own a team. So the NBA could pursue that. I think Donald Sterling, a lawyer, would likely use that as an opportunity to sue the league. And he could file different types of claims. One would be defamation. He could say that he's being defamed by this process. Secondly, he could argue that there's a breach of contract. He has a franchise agreement with the NBA, and that the agreement has been severed if he's kicked out of the league. And thirdly, he could argue that there's an antitrust violation, that the league and its teams, his competitors, have joined hands to kick him out, forcing him to sell the team at below market value. Now, within the franchise agreement, there's something called the waiver of recourse clause, which basically says you can't sue the NBA or other owners, but that doesn't extend to all claims, including antitrust claims. So, long story short, Maggie, the NBA kicks him out, they're likely going to be sued.
Michael, last question for you. What are you expecting the NBA, Adam Silver, what are they going to do to punish Donald Sterling?
If I had to make a prediction, I think he'll be suspended at least 1 year, and the suspension would excommunicate him from the team. It would prevent him from having any contact with Clippers employees, whether it's players, whether it's coaches, whether it's training staff, whether it's other executives. And for those individuals to know that if they do speak with Donald Sterling, they could face suspensions themselves. I also think that the suspension would make it clear that he's not able to go to any practice facilities, any games, that his contact with the team is limited to watching them on television. That's my expectation. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen, but I believe he would be suspended, and during the suspension, the NBA would work with him on selling the team. He's going to make a lot of money if he sells the team because he bought it for $12.5 million in 1981. It's likely worth well over $700 million at this point, maybe over $800 million. Let's face it, it's an NBA team in Los Angeles. It's not going to be hard to sell a franchise like that. That's what I predict will likely happen. But, honestly, Maggie, it really just depends on how Donald Sterling cooperates. If he wants to put up a fight, if he wants to make this litigious, he can. And he can make life a lot harder for the NBA. He is a lawyer. He's been described by some as litigious. He's not an easy person to remove from the league.
Hey there, SI fans. I hope you enjoyed this clip from our daily live show, SI Now. You can find a link to the complete episode in the description box below. And while you're there, make sure to subscribe to Sports Illustrated's YouTube channel. Remember, you can watch SI Now Monday through Friday live at 1 p.m. Eastern Time only on SI.com. We'll see you there.